Hey guys and gals, let's build the Penguin Slushy Van by Lego City, set number 60384. And this set contains roughly 194 bricks. And I already got the parts for bag 1 keyed up, and this is the sticker sheet. Not too bad. I'm hoping all this stuff would be printed would be nice. And here's the building guide here. So this is pretty straightforward today. We're going to be just doing one vehicle. So that's pretty much where it starts right there. And well, let's begin with bag 1. And so I've been trying to get a lot of this stuff done, and I'm starting to make some more progress, some more headroom. So that's good there. And trying to get things done. It's kind of a pain. Does it matter what head goes where? Okay, it's the wrong head. This must be the kid's head. So I just got done filming my things to come in 2023 for my main channel. I need to do one on this channel too. Kind of talk about my goals on here. So just trying to get things done and stuff like that. And I haven't received any new offers lately. Good thing. I still got one more outstanding package and a parts haul that's remaining. So at least I got. No, I'm not done with him yet. Unfortunately, I thought I was done. So I'm still trying to get all this, all these reviews done. And there we go. And alright, so we're doing all the minifigure stuff first, so let's just ignore all the big giant parts that are in the way. We just have to focus on the little stuff. Alright. And so we're looking for the pigtail. She's got a two-sided head. Looks like this one's got a surprise look, like she's shocked. Those are getting to be pretty cute expressions. So at least now they're getting better wigs for these little kitties and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Looks like Mickey Mouse. And she's got another one of those little slushy cans, slushy bottles or whatever. So I remember we used to have something like a slushy shack you'd go to during the summer months. And well, the closest one nearest us was like a good 2-mile walk. So if you wanted a slushy, there you go. And those were the days. I may have to make one for a summer project, I don't know. But yeah, I've been filming that. I still need to do the Whoops I Broke It episodes and stuff like that. Probably already seen it by now. But I finally got done, and I can mention it here, I finally got done with the Monkey Kid review sets. I don't know if they've all been released, but the release dates have been lifted, so I can talk about them and stuff. And it wasn't too bad of a theme, just not really up my style, up my alley. It wasn't really my style. Lego City, the vehicles are usually pretty good, so these are the ones I really want to start working on right here. So they're very slow, subtle builds. Okay, Lego, you could have just flipped that over. It would have made more sense. Even though if I can interpret that, I'm sure a young builder probably could too. So we got medium azure and dark azure. Really nice colors to go with this too. And I notice with vehicles, we always use a 6x7 base. Well, I do anyway. So I'm hoping one day they'll bring a 6x7 plate out. Yeah, so this build here should be a really delightful build. This should be very quick. We're going to do this all in one sitting. And after I'm done, I'm just going to do the review really quick. So it's going to be something I'm going to try to get done lickety-split here, because I still got, after this one, I still got another 4 sets left to review. So at least here I don't hide a lot of things. I'm swamped. I got way too much to do. One of my buddies like, well, you get a lot of parts for your mocks. Yeah, but I don't have time to build anything. So it's not like it does me any good. And I got to really push that down in here. So yeah, I got to do a face video, like an introduction video on here, because a lot of people still think that this channel is not my secondary channel, but it is. So I just need to get off my rump and do that. So let's see how well this ice cream van goes. Kind of want to see what this one looks like when it's done. And my apologies if you hear lawnmowers and weed whackers and chainsaws going off, you know. And while most of the country is freezing and have snowstorms and they're snowed in and blizzards, and not out here. I could walk outside and still wear shorts and a t-shirt and put my feet on grass. In the summertime, it's a completely different story, though. I noticed this. They don't put numbers in these anymore. They just do it like this. Oh. Yeah, they're all like that. So I guess the numbers might be maybe Lego. I wouldn't say you're budgeting this one, because wouldn't it just be easier to put like 1x, 2x, or I don't know what the age limit on this one was. I think I have the box by me here. I had it when I was doing the intro to this. It just says 5+, so yeah, this is meant for, well, 5 years old is still too young to be putting stuff like this together. You know, I'm surprised COPPA hasn't gone after the toy companies yet and say, oh, this toy, you can't manufacture toys for kids unless they turn 18. It may come down to that one day. Maybe I shouldn't say too much, huh? COPPA is just one nasty thing. When I was a kid, though, my parents just knew where I was. They kept track of what I did. It wasn't like today where, I know a lot of parents work. Is there a hole back there? Yep, they didn't fill that in, huh? A lot of parents work, stuff like that, especially today. Yeah, and they do the 3 there. But for me personally, if of course I could say it, I don't have children, but if I didn't want my kids doing something, I'd be monitoring them to, what they're doing. I would not have the government do that for me. I said this in an old video a long time ago. You don't want the government raising your kids. And I'll never talk about those type of topics on here, but you just don't. I wish everything was printed like that. This is probably the front of the Penguin, too. Yeah, that's why a lot of us guys now, we get into this hobby at this age. When we were kids, we didn't have all these little cool pieces, and now it's like... Of course, if I had kids and they had Lego, I'd probably be building all that for them, but maybe after this, I'd let them build everything, because I'm kind of tired of looking at building guides. I want to work on my own stuff for a change. Okay, I thought that was the front. No, this is the front here. Alright. So yeah, I'm getting close to finishing up everything. I'm over halfway done with all the reviews, and I noticed just very few people even, well, this just comes apart. Let's just take that off and do that then. I had that mighty old question asked, and when I was doing the wrap-up for moving forward to 2023, I'm like, I'm no longer answering that question, where do I get my parts from? That's up to everybody now to figure it out. I mean... Well, it's kind of odd to put those in there. I don't know why we're putting those like that for. I mean, it's trivial at this point. I mean, I understand if somebody's new, that's the only sad part, but yeah, this is a very slow build in terms of the manual is just 1 or 2 bricks at a time. This is obviously meant for younger builders. This is not meant for adults. It's just the build's going too slow for me. And in my manuals, I still keep doing the numbers. I'm not going to change it to that because some of my steps usually have about 6, 8 pieces, and I don't like the fact there's a seam right there. That's how it is. Okay. So this must be where the vendor stands right there. Okay, Lego, it would have been easier if we put that on there first than that. Matter of fact, I could have condensed this whole build down now since I've been writing my own manuals up, learning how to condense parts of a build. But yeah. But they're sure utilizing a lot of these corner pieces right here. I mean, they really are they really are utilizing these like crazy. I mean, they're just using these a bunch now. It's like, where were these pieces when I was a kid, you know? Okay, I think the steering wheel is butted up right up against here. And, okay. Yeah, the only thing I would have to complain about this thing so far is the manual's a bit dragged out. It's like the manual is, I thought this is going to be a long build, but it's just the manual's dragged out. Ooh, I don't like the way that looks. I don't know why they don't make those things the same thickness. We got that lip in there. That's how they want it. And pretty pristine. That sits right there. Not too bad for the front of the vehicle, huh? Okay, and this is what we have remaining for bag 1. Not too bad. Okay, let's continue on here. And these type of builds I always enjoy building, and the reason being is that city sets like vehicles, and I don't want to trip over that, they're meant for drop-in instantly. You need an instant vehicle for your city, there you go. That's pretty much what these are for. So for city vehicles, the only thing you'll hear me complain about is the abundance amount of stickers and stuff. But other than that, I really don't see, and that's kind of a goofy back part to a seat right there. Yeah. See, this book's got the highlights in there. I wish it wasn't red, but at least they highlight the parts. I'd like to see that more often, Lego, because it's easy for us visually impaired guys to see exactly where those go. Alright, it's got all these big pieces, and I'm looking for something very small. Right, let's pull that out of there right now. I need one more. There we go. Because see, I can see an outline where all these parts go. Oh, they showed the hinge folded in. Okay. Usually they have the hinge sticking out. Okay. Nice window frame. Stick that there. Okay. They want us to put a sticker on this, and I don't really use black that much, so we'll do that. And that is sticker number 3, which is this one right here. Looks like they're both number 3s, so I don't think it really matters. But putting these on can be a bit of a chore. Well, for me anyways. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Doesn't look too bad. And they have their track pieces sitting out here. So I'm taking it this is a stop here to keep the sliding window from coming out. But one of the things that, you know, why do they ever put, no, they wouldn't want to put a stop on that, never mind. It's like, why don't they put stops on that, but you wouldn't be able to use it for other things. Why don't they have this pushed in a bit, or make a custom window that would fit in there would even be better. I don't know, really. At least we're not putting stickers on those, but I don't really use these blue windows. And what do I do with the blue windows when I'm done with these? I put these in a special bin of just transparent light blue because I never use them. They're just kind of like a dead part to me. So, in fact, this feels almost like what I built. I guess Lego and I build vehicles pretty similar. And the orange transparent stud tile, whatever you want to call them, goes at the bottom. And then looks like a traffic light. I'll set that there. Yeah, my nephew took my truck to school today, so I don't have a vehicle here at the moment. He wants to drive it. I'm like, okay, sure. You start restoring your car, and that's when the kids want to start driving it. Well, that's good enough for me. I wish that was printed, would have been better. These wall elements, I don't like them too much, but when you use them for vehicles like campers and stuff, my goodness, you get a lot of extra space. So that's probably the only good thing. Oh man, we got 2 stickers back to back. You know, I gotta say this when, if you, I mean, this goes for guys and gals both, you know. Don't ever sleep with your piercings in, especially in your ears. My goodness. I was like, man, what kept poking me last night? And I found out why. It's like, oh, I forgot to take that out. Gotta spend an hour taking off all my accessories before I go to bed. Alright. Okay, let's see here. Well, that didn't go out too well. I'll just take the whole window out. And this is something I do when I do my own manuals. I avoid that. When things come collapsing down, that tells me Lego probably just generated this in a building guide and didn't bother to build it in person. All my stuff you see in my building guides has already been built. I try to go with the most sturdiest economic way to build stuff, because I don't like to stack plates up on plates and the build gets pretty unstable. I like to build modular style where I build a certain set, like a chunk, and we drop it in. Yes, it seems a little bit like too many cutscenes, but then again, it makes the build experience a bit more user-friendly. Like this windscreen here, they could have done that at the beginning. Alright. Okay, and then they use these. Why this? Why this color? Tinted would have looked like a transparent brown or black would have looked better than this color here. Now, when I grade build experience, I don't grade about, you know, like what colors they use. Oh, we got the magical finger coming out, telling you to do this. So they use these plates here to stop that, which is cool. I wish they'd make something you could stick 2 little panes in there to even be better. And Lego stopped with this silhouetted stuff. It reminds me of those silly Super Mario sets you got to buy the starter courses to even enjoy it. This must be for the slushy flavors right here. Those. Okay. And sometimes the very basic builds are the best. Okay, so I was doing the brick exploration. It's like, what are these rainbow colored transparent bricks for? Now we know exactly what they're for. They're for the flavors. That makes it really colorful now. It's like, this doesn't look too pleasing, but now there it is. And then they use these ingot pieces on the top here to crown off the top to give it a bit texture, like removable lids. See, now it looks really good. Never thought about that, but that looks pretty good. Now if we can get Lego to make these in 1x1 form would be better. Those would be great for like the top of a gumball machine or something. And this goes in here. Well, now it's really looking good inside. Not bad at all. Really good. Alright, another one of these, another 3. In fact, I hope I didn't put that one on backwards. No, I didn't. Okay. So they don't have any type of specific words on this. You just have to guess what they are in terms of what flavor. That one I got right in the center too. Very rare. Okay. Okay, looks like we're making the assembly for the door now. Okay, this has got the 1x5 dark gray plates. I'm starting to see those come in a lot of sets right now. Lots of those are coming in, which is cool at least. Alright, let's see here. Now if we can get them to come out with a 1x7 plate would be better, huh? Maybe we can get Lego to do that if we all voted in on it. Put that so you can see that better, what I'm doing. If I'm thinking how they're building this, this should have brake lights. I don't know why we're not putting them on there now. So you think they would. Alright, now they want us to put those on the back. Yeah, so I'm really thumbing through the manual like crazy because it's just like 1 or 2 bricks per build. And that's pretty much what we're doing here. And then the hinge sits here like that, so this opens up for access. I did that with mine because 4 studs in there is just not enough to really work. You know, not enough to really work in. So that's why Lego does that. That's why I do that too. We're using these for support pieces. Cool. I wonder what we were using these for, but they go up here like that. Yeah, but you have to admit though, Lego is on point with these type of city sets, and I think they need to start targeting city sets more for people who want to put these in their city. Like this right here, I'm going to tell you right now, this has a drop-in value of 10 for a Lego City. Play value's probably 10, just by looking at it. Build experience, I'd say it's probably about a 9, just because of the stickers. But it's not too bad. I'd say this thing's probably got a 9.5, close to a 10 value in rating. It's, you know, that's how I'm rating it. It's just going to be a really high score on this one here. It comes with figures. It's self-contained. You don't need 20 starter courses to play with it. It's self-contained, or you can put it in your city. You know, and that's what I'd like to see, is these self-contained builds. Okay, looks pretty good. And always check your door, make sure it's still open. Sometimes I'll build something and I'll put the hinges in it and I'm like, why doesn't this function? And realizing I didn't do something right. That'd be perfect to stick those corner tiles in there to finish that off. Okay. Okay, are we going to flat tile that off? No, we got to stick stickers on this. Well, I don't really use those for anything, but we'll rip those off when we're done, because these are going to be a bit of a pain to get on there. Oh yeah, when you don't have your car and you want to go somewhere, that's the part that hurts. Of course, today I want to get caught up. There we go. I think that goes right there, and this is easily removable too. It's just held in right back here with these two little tube areas. Now, we should have used those other plates up there, would have looked better. Well, maybe that's why we haven't finished it yet. So we're finishing it up now. So yeah, this is a good little quick build, nice little time waster. Well, that's got a nice transition right there. And there we go. Transition, let me get that done. This goes right here. Oh, maybe we're using that for strength. Okay, now we got to build a big slushy can thing. These are cool right here. I need them in clear, and plus a stud higher, but those are pretty cool. I mean, it makes everything blue too. Look, we got a blue filter for the camera now. So that kind of works out. Matter of fact, I got an idea for those. Since Lego has these pieces now, it makes it even better. See if I can... You know, that almost looks like a vacuum bulb. A valve. Or, to most of the public, a tube. Matter of fact, you can connect an anno lead there and use it as a high voltage tube or something. I work around a lot of tubes. Tube equipment is very durable and stuff, so it'd be amazing today. People want that stuff still. You know, they want tube-based equipment because it lasts longer, it's durable. You know. All right. That's how it's supposed to be. And then we got to install the tires. So yeah, this is a really nice little build. This wasn't too bad at all. This was really fun. Really fun. Just a relaxing little time waster build between projects. Yeah, this is on a deadline too, but sometimes it's just really nice. Oh, see, it's got the rims on the outside. It doesn't have the lug nuts. Lego, what are you taking lessons from me now and using the decorative side now on the outside of the vehicle? Making this look sporty looking. Well, it feels rather stiff. It's almost like that's not even like it's rubbing against something in there. Maybe that's just how it is, because I don't see anything in there that's hitting that. Yeah, that one's fitting in there, but this one's running smooth. Maybe we need to break it in or something. Okay. I just feel like it's dragging. And no, I'm not going to put some lithium grease or something in there. Alright, let's take a look here. Now it just tells us how to take it off, put a minifigure in there. And yeah, by the time I get this done, this thing will be released anyways. But I don't know if some of these sets are released or not, so I can't show that in the back of the book. So anyways, this is pretty much what we have here. Not too bad for parts. Sticker sheet's empty, so we know we got that out of the way. And let's take a look at the build. So obviously, the wheels seem a bit stiff. Sliding window. Got our figure here. Let's see if he can fit inside. I'm sure he can just sit inside with his drink. Yeah, kind of. You'd have to take it out of his hand. I'm just doing a run through right now to show you guys how things work. And this top is, okay, it's removable. So we can come in here and he can stand right here at the window. Now, Lego, you need to really think about this here. When you do these, use some jumper plates at the bottom here. And the reason being is because this guy here, well, maybe he's supposed to stand on the tiles or something. I don't know. He just doesn't really fit in there very well. I want him to kind of sit at the window here. Maybe that's how it is. But if you put the jumper plates in there, he'll be offset just right. And so he can make any kind of drinks. Wish you could make some more flavors. Let's put that back on there. And that's what he looks like inside, so that does work pretty good. Too bad the floor wasn't dropped down just a bit more. And this thing's obviously not aerodynamic safe. This thing will come getting ripped off if you go past 10 miles. And she's pretty much about the right height. So how much of a play value can you get out of this? Obviously, just the way it is, you can play with it. But you probably would need a few more, minifigures and stuff to make this thing really work. But for me personally, though, it's a nice little build. You could drop this in a city, so obviously it's got high drop in value. Could you add this to a mock? It's pretty much finished off as it is. I'm sure you can make a penguin slushy shop or something like that with it too, or make different styles of vehicles, or just use this vehicle for something else. Matter of fact, almost looks like a Class C motorhome, but I think honestly it turned out very well. It's not cheesy or anything like that. And this opens up like that stuff. So no, you don't want to go in there. Bad things may happen. But anyways, though, I think honestly this is a nice little penguin slushy van. I almost keep attempting to call it a squishy van, but that's from The Simpsons. But yeah, I think this is a really good build. I hope everyone enjoyed the quick build of this set. It's really nice. So honestly, I had nothing wrong with it. It was just balanced out. Like I said, the only thing that was dragged out was the building guide, but other than that, I'm pretty satisfied with this build.